Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ken Smith along with Carl Schneider. We are courtside at Whiteoak High School where the Whiteoak Lady Cats are hosting the Eastern Lady Warriors. Maggie Dean, our producer, on the side for Goodguysradiotv.com. By the way, we are live on Goodguysradiotv.com, but we will be game number 2, the tape delay game for C103. Sarah Rigdon is our engineer back in the studio for that as well. Again, we are at Whiteoak High School. Lady Cats hosting the Lady Warriors. Let's talk about the Lady Warriors last year. They finished 3rd place in Division I with a 9-4 conference record, 18-4 overall. Wow, what an amazing record to finish in 3rd place in our conference. 18-4, amazing. Preseason poll for this year, well, Eastern graduated a lot of talent last year. They are picked to finish 4th in Division I. Currently, they are 1-0. This is their first conference matchup. The one game they have won was a non-conference matchup. They beat East Clinton in that game 40-25. On the flip side, the home team, the Whiteoak Lady Cats, well, last year they tied for first place in Division II with Peebles. 7-6 was their conference record, 14-10 overall. Preseason poll for this year, well, they're picked to finish first again in Division number 2. I'm sure that Coach Harris would like to not share that title and would like to have it all to himself this year. Currently, they are 2-0 in conference play, 2-1 in overall play. The game they lost, well, that was to Minford. Pretty tough competition there. I don't think anybody should be ashamed about a loss to Minford. They are good year after year. All right, that's a look at what both teams did this year and how they stand so far early in the season this year. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show as we continue here on the Shack Sports Radio Network.
To talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
oh, he drains it!
Right side, he pulls up for the 3, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking out a hit, she goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up, 2-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com. Welcome back courtside, and welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Mr. Carl Schneider is going to join me, and we're going to take a look at the Eastern Lady Warriors roster.
All right, thank you, Ken. They have Jenna Mobley, 0, a 5'2" senior. Vivian Grimes, number 2, 5'4" sophomore. At 5'2", and a senior, Annie Grimes, wearing number 3. Lily Yuppa, number 11, a 5'6" junior. Alyssa Johnston, number 12, a 5'8" sophomore. At 5'4" and a senior, Madison Gould, number 14. Another senior at 5'8", Emily Belmont, number 15. Number 20, Tabby Schumacher, a 5'9" junior. Emma Lissinger, number 24, a 5'6" senior. And rounding out their roster, a 5'4" junior, Clara Martin, wearing number 42. They are coached by Kevin Pickerel for the last 10 years. Assisted by Debbie Forsythe, Allison Malott, Tori Utter. Trainer is Jessica Baker, AD Jared Jodry, Principal Guy Hopkins, and Superintendent Jordan Michael.
All right, that's a look at the roster for the Eastern Lady Warriors. We'll take another quick break and be back to look at the home team on the scoreboard, the Whiteoak Lady Cats, as we continue the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show right here on the Shack Sports Radio Network.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit snappytomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Mr. Carl Schneider again with the Whiteoak Lady Cats roster.
All right, thank you, Ken. Number 1, Kira Campbell, a 5'7" senior. Charlie Hauk. Number 2, a 5'7" freshman. At 5'7" and a senior, Molly McMullen, wearing number 3. Number 4, Kelsey Monteith, a 5'5" senior. Also a senior, Brianna Hill, number 5. Number 10, Kylie Ham, a 5'3" junior. Also a junior at 5'5", Alexis Kennedy, number 11. Number 13, Ellie McMullen, 5'4" junior. Number 14, Lydia Carr, a 5'8" senior. Addie Roberts, number 15, a 5'4" junior. A 5'7" and a freshman, Addie Hauk, number 20. Number 21, Jaylee Parr, a 5'7" senior. Tori Potts, 5'7" and a junior, number 24. Lexi Taylor, number 23, a 5'5" sophomore. And rounding out the roster, number 25, Madison Thompson, a 5'6" senior. Their head coach is Ron Harris in his 3rd year. Susie Lucas and Derek Hathcock are the assistants. AD Maya Call, principal J.P. Gaucher, and superintendent is Jason Isles.
All right, that's a look at the roster for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. By the way, Carl, the easy way to remember, number 2, Charlie Hauke. When there's an E on the end, it's Hauke. Okay. Hauk is a CK, which you see a lot of both of those names at Eastern and Whiteoak. We're back after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Do you have a roofing or siding project? At Higgins, they manufacture steel roofing and siding every business day. With 17 colors in stock and 70,000 pieces of trim, they are prepared to ship your project immediately. Remember Higgins for your 40-year warranted, Energy Star compliant, American-made steel roofing and siding. Located 7 miles west of Hillsboro on US Route 50 and on AC Avenue, just off 35 in Jackson. Call 800-782-4239 or visit them on the web at higginsroofing.com.
So I thought you quit. I tried.
You know that thing can blow up in your face, right?
We just watched a video in class about how nicotine can mess up the way your brain develops.
That's the last thing you need.
But for real, you should probably tell your parents.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, can you come with me? Yeah, I got you. Let's go.
We could make a big loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
Oh, he drains it.
Right side, he pulls up for the three. He hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking on a hit. She goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up. Two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shaq Sports, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. We are just about ready for tip-off, Carl. So let's take a look at who we have starting in this game.
All right, let's look at the Lady Warriors first, the visitors. We have 0, Jenna Mopley, a 5'2" senior. Emily Belmont, wearing number 15, 5'8" senior. Tabby Schumacher, number 20, a 5'9" junior. Emma Litzinger, number 24, 5'6" senior, and Clara Martin, number 42, 5'4" junior. So we got 3 seniors and 2 juniors starting. A little veteran roster there. For the Lady Cats, we have Molly McMullen, number 3, a 5'7" senior. Kelsey Monteith, number 4, a 5'5" senior. Lydia Carr, a 5'8" senior, number 14. Addie Roberts, 5'4" junior, number 15. And Jaylee Parr, a 5'7" senior, number 21. So a little bit more experience there, and I would say a lot more experience there with 4 seniors and a junior, because we've been saying those names since they've been freshmen.
Yes. Whiteoak has been a young team for a long time. Finally, those athletes have reached their senior year. So a lot of experience, varsity experience for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. And Carl, these are 2 of the most experienced ball clubs, I think, that I've seen so far this season. 3 games last week were full of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and just a little sprinkling of seniors. And so it's nice to see some veteran ball players out here ready to start for tonight. And, of course, we've got 3 more folks out there on the floor that will start and hopefully finish the ball game as well.
We have Stephen Lowe, Brian Roach, and John Blanton are the officials for the evening.
Yep, the guys in stripes. All right, they are wrapping up all of the announcements as we head toward our tip-off. That'll wrap up the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. We'd like to thank the folks at Southern Hills Community Bank for sponsoring our tip-off show again this year. They have done so for many, many years. Eastern will be the visiting team, of course, on the scoreboard. They also are wearing their visiting uniforms, which are red with black numerals, black and then white stripes as well. And then on the flip side of that, the Whiteoak Lady Cats, I think those are new uniforms this year.
Yeah.
White with orange numerals, orange stripes, and they've even got the girls' names on the back of the jerseys. I wonder if that'll help us at all.
Not with ponytails hanging down in front of them.
Well, Parr has it out top to set the offense against man-to-man defense. Carr pops out for it. Now they'll hand it off into the hands of Monteith, and a nice dish for a backdoor cut by Roberts is going to result in a foul. She couldn't get the shot off, but she was in the act of shooting, and that will put Abby Roberts on the line shooting 2.
And Emma Lipsinger will pick up her first foul. Team's first. It was pretty much a crunch, too. She was sandwiched in there.
Yeah, well, it was going to be a wide open shot if not. First free throw is no good, so she will get a second one. Stick with us after the game for our post game. We will talk to the winning coach. That's the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show.
And that second free throw by Addie Roberts was good.
Making a 1-0 score. Warriors with a basketball. With it over on the right-hand side is going to be Schumacher. Now reversing left to Litzinger. She'll have it out top against man-to-man defense. Pass will go right side to Mobley. They'll reverse it to Martin. Now popping out right side, Belmont. So everybody's touched the ball on the offensive set. Schumacher back out top again. Right side, it's going to go to Litzinger. So far, Carl, they've run everything on the right side. Mobley with it out top.
We haven't seen a ball reversal yet.
Down underneath, nice dish. Shot is up off the glass. It rims out off the hands of Belmont. That was a good pass. Just didn't result, it didn't work out in a basket. Down underneath, turnaround shot up and good. Oh, that was no good by Parr. She was sneaking down inside the paint there. That's not her normal position on the floor. So another missed opportunity. This time it was the Lady Cats, though, missing that opportunity. Litzinger has it out top, goes to Belmont, reverses left side. Martin for a 3. That's good. She had a bunch of those in their first game, didn't she, Carl?
Yeah, she was had 5 threes in that first game, so they were setting her up playing to that right side the first time, Ken.
Roberts with the basketball, goes right side McMullen, back out top, a 3 look by Monteith. 3 for 3. As in not 3 shots for 3, but
3.
Eastern scored a 3, and now Whiteoak scored a 3.
That's Kelsey Monteith getting her first field goal of the game for the Lady Cats.
Letzinger drives inside the paint, runner off the glass, no good. And now Whiteoak on a run out to Parr. She can't do anything with it, has to bring it back out to McMullen. They'll reverse it to Carr, left side for a 3. That's no good. And a fight for the rebound. Parr able to save it, back to Carr. Now Monteith again for a 3 look. That one no good. Fight for it down underneath. Roberts in there fighting for rebounds. It's interesting how the guards are playing down underneath a lot.
Well, they've got pretty good size on them, too. When you look out there on the floor, most everyone's all the same size.
Yep. 3-point shot off the right-hand side by Martin is no good. Whiteoak with a rebound. They'll bring it up the floor with Carr controlling it out top. Puts it into the hands of McMullen, now left side. Parr for 3. Jaylee Parr.
Jaylee getting her first points of the night.
Make it a 7-3 score. Whiteoak leading with 5 minutes to go, in the first quarter. Eastern with the basketball. Martin with it out on the right side. Now out top Belmont, reverses left side Mobley.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Backdoor cut down underneath the Belmont, up and in for an easy 2.
She did an inside roll, too. It's really put the girl behind her back. Nice position for an easy layup.
Smart move. Carr with the basketball. She'll drive the left side of the lane. Scoop shot no good, but she's fouled. That'll put Lydia Carr on the free throw line, shooting 2.
This will be the second team foul on the Lady Warriors, and that foul is going to be on Jenna Mobley. That'll be her first.
If you haven't picked one up yet, be on the lookout for the Southern State Community College pocket schedule. They should be at your local school at the front gate when you go in. Hopefully the athletic directors have put those out. Or you can get one from us. If you see us broadcasting in a game, we've always got a couple of extras on us. You can also find them at several of our local business partners as well. Never miss hearing your favorite team on the radio or seeing them on TV with your Southern State Community College pocket schedule.
So both free throws are good by Lydia Carr. And into the game is Kylie Ham and also Tori Potts, a 5'7" junior. Kylie is a 5'3" junior, getting their first action on the evening.
We'll take a look at the H&R Block scoreboard update. It's 9-5. Whiteoak leading Eastern by 4 with 4:25 to go in the first quarter. That's your H&R Block scoreboard update. Another backdoor cut. Belmont couldn't get it to drop this time. And on the rebound, it's saved back in and loose. Finally, Whiteoak tracks it down. Ahead, they'll go to Parr. Parr on the layup, couldn't get it to drop. And on the rebound, it ends up out of bounds off Whiteoak.
Lady Cats have missed a couple of those inside easy, wide open layups.
Well, Eastern missed one down here. So it's happening both directions. And it's early in the game and early in the season. We probably won't see that in a few weeks. Won't see those missed bunny shots. Mobley to Schumacher. Now left side, it'll go to Martin. Whiteoak still playing man-to-man defense. They try to dish it off inside to Schumacher. That's picked off. Ham with it to Parr. That's Parr.
Yeah.
The layup's good. She got it to go that time.
5 points for Jaylee Parr early in the game so far.
Martin will have it out top to set the offense for Eastern. Pass goes left side, Mobley. You know, the big difference right now, Eastern having to run their offense, and Whiteoak is just taking advantage of a fast break. And they've got another one as they get the steal. Roberts left side for a 2. That's no good. On the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds off Eastern, I believe. Yep, it'll stay with Whiteoak. 3:15 to go in the first quarter.
And they got that steal because they had that roll twice to the inside, and that time they played the defense on it and stepped someone from the middle and got that steal that time.
Thompson checks into the ball game for Whiteoak. Ham on a drive off the inbound pass. Couldn't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Putback is up. Ow, didn't get the friendly roll there. It rimmed out, and now with it is going to be Eastern. Belmont up the floor, right side Martin for an open three. It's no good. Long rebound comes all the way back to her. She'll try another one. That one doesn't drop either, and now Mobley will track it down in the corner on another long rebound. Goes inside, nice dish across the paint to Schumacher. Didn't get the shot to drop, but that's because she was fouled. Schumacher's going to shoot 2.
That foul is going to be on the new girl into the game, Kylie Ham. Be her first, team's first.
Coming up at halftime, Sarah Rigdon, our producer, will get you caught up on everything happening in the world of sports with the Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update.
Tabby Schumacher makes the first free throw. She has one more to go.
Studio Update, part of our Barry's Chevrolet halftime show. Well, Carl, you jinxed her. She missed the second one.
Yep.
Martin will have it as Eastern was able to get the rebound off the missed free throw, so they could make this work out well. Schumacher with it, goes right side Martin. Now out top, it'll go to Belmont, reversing left side Mobley. Now right side Schumacher, and then on the wing with it, Yuppa. They'll reverse left side to Martin. And it looks like, still in a man-to-man defense by Whiteoak. Eastern taking their time, not getting a whole lot of movement. Belmont, then left side it goes Yuppa. Yuppa's going to drive in, stops and pops from 12 out. That's no good. And on the rebound, Parr had it, but it was tipped away from behind and stolen by Jenna Mobley.
Just the first turnover of the game for the Lady Cats.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yuppa with it out on the left side wing. She'll dribble it out top of the key, picks up her dribble, and almost caught with it. It gets tipped away. Belmont picks it up, tries the shot. It's no good. A turnaround inside the paint, but she's fouled, so Belmont will shoot 2.
That foul is going to be on Kylie Ham. That's going to be her second. She's came in about a minute and a half ago and has picked up 2 quick fouls. Going to the free throw line is Emily Belmont. She has 2 points already on the night. That first free throw is off to the left side. I think they had confusion who got the foul, but they have a substitution. Coming into the game is Addie Roberts, 5'4" junior. She was a starter, and taking the seat with those 2 fouls is Kylie Ham. Second free throw is up, and it's good.
So the first one was no good. Second one was good. Make it 11-7. The score now with Whiteoak leading Eastern. 1:38 to go in the first quarter. Well, there's a bonus H&R Block scoreboard update for you. What do we got going on, Carl?
I think it was just
a little conversation
between
the officials and
still going
Coach
on.
Harris. Roberts, a little bit of three-quarter court trap. Whiteoak able to handle it. Roberts with it on the left side wing, goes into the corner. That was to Thompson. Now they'll reverse it to Parr. Parr driving the right side of the paint, couldn't get it to drop. And on the rebound, it's going to be the Warriors.
It was a nice hard drive, just couldn't get it to fall. Nice step around.
Yuppa with a basketball out top, goes right side Mobley. Mobley dribbles it off her knee, I think. Ends up as a turnover for the Lady Warriors.
Their third of the game so far. Got a substitution coming into the game for the Lady Warriors. Madison Gould, 5'4" senior, comes into the game. Taking a seat is Jenna Mobley.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. They sponsor our player of the game. They have for many, many years, and we'll name one of these young ladies as our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Thompson shuffled her feet before she could get the shot off from the left side. Low block. Turnover, Whiteoak.
We have another substitution. Kelsey Monteith, 5'4" senior, comes into the game. Back into the game. She's starter.
Under a minute to go in this first quarter with Martin out top of the basketball. Lady Warriors trail it by 4. They'll pass into the corner now inside Schumacher, and she overshot it a little bit, probably trying to compensate for the contact. Couldn't get the shot to drop, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And picking up that free throw will be Kelsey Monteith. That'll be her first. Team's third.
Go
ahead.
If you're watching us live on Goodguysradiotv.com, thanks for tuning in. are listening on the listening side of things on C103. We are game number 2 behind North Adams and Peebles. Always an anticipated matchup, much like this Eastern Whiteoak matchup as well.
Tabby Shoemaker gets one of the two to fall. She has 2 points. She's 2 for 4 from the night and the free throw line. It looks like a little diamond press, about 3/4 court diamond press here.
Makes it a 3-point ball game. Whiteoak so far no trouble. They get it across the timeline, almost turn it over, and they are able to track it down. They go inside to Parr on a turnaround, no good. She gets her own rebound, brings it back out, goes to Roberts out top. Now they'll go right side to Hill. Hill drives in, dishes off to Potts from the free throw line. That didn't go. And on the rebound, what do we got, a dual possession?
Yes, and almost a wrestling match. But everyone's got cool heads.
Yep. Dual possession, it'll go the way of the Eastern Lady Warriors. Again, 3-point ball game, 11-8. Eastern still with plenty of time for a final shot. 11.7 seconds to go in the first. Martin will have it. Goes left side, almost stolen away there by from Gould, and then almost another steal again as they tried to pass it back out top. Whiteoak tipped it into the backcourt. Now Eastern only has 3.6 seconds to try and get a shot.
It's going to be a heave.
And I'm not sure they're going to get a shot off. Yeah. Grimes with an attempt. That is no good. That's how we'll end the first quarter. The Whiteoak Lady Cats lead it by 3, 11-8. Over top of the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors. Don't go away. We're back after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
oh, he drains it!
Right side, he pulls up for the 3, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking out a hit, she goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up, two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
Welcome back courtside. We are ready for quarter number 2 at Whiteoak High School. Lady Cats will have the basketball to start this second quarter.
Ken, in that first quarter, not very good shooting, just 22% for the Lady Warriors and 27% for the Lady Cats, except the Lady Cats were 50% from outside the three-point arc.
Well, to start things off in the second quarter, Lady Cats are 0 for 1 as Parr misses one from the right side corner. And now the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors will push it up the floor, and they lose it away. Parr ends up coming up with the steal. Back the other direction, Parr lobs it to Potts. Potts to Roberts, and the foul committed as Roberts could not get a good look at it with the foul. So she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's the way you want it to be. If you're going to foul, make sure that the shot doesn't, or if at all possible, that the ball doesn't have a chance to go in.
That's right. Emily Belmont picks up the foul, just her first, third team foul. Well, that doesn't really matter here now with the new rules, does it?
You're right. We're back to 1 team foul now.
Yeah.
Resets every quarter. Folks out there watching and or listening are possibly not aware of that rule change. They have changed the way the fouls are tabulated. And both free throws were good, by the way. Make it 13-8 as Roberts gets them both. Anyway, the fouls reset each quarter, and after 5 fouls, no more 1-and-1. That is, of course, you used to shoot the 1-and-1 after 7 fouls. Now, after 5 fouls, you shoot 2 free throws. But again, it resets every quarter for the team. Individually, it, of course, still accumulates. 3-point shot by Yuppa is no good. Ends up out of bounds off Eastern.
It's going to make my colored pencils be that much more important.
Right. This broadcast brought to you in part by First State Bank. With locations throughout Ohio and Kentucky, they have brand new locations getting ready to open. A steal by Eastern. Oh, but they throw it away on the fast break. Couldn't capitalize. Brand new First State Bank locations getting ready to open up. One in Maysville and one in Portsmouth.
Still sitting in that diamond three-quarter court press by Eastern.
Roberts working it up the floor with Carr. Now across the line they go. Potts, feed it down underneath the Monteith. Overpass just a little bit and a steal by Eastern. Back the other direction will go. Yuppa, drove a foot. Yep, that's a travel.
Usually when you see a diamond press, it's a little more aggressive into a trapping type of press, but Eastern's playing it very passive. Whiteoak's just having the patience and coming up through it.
Well, they might be new to that press. That might be something new that Coach Pickrell has just taught the ladies, or it could be that they're going to wait and pour the pressure on later in the game.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too tired. Oh, that's an over and back right there.
Yep.
See, the passive pressure caused Whiteoak to make a mistake. That'll be a turnover, so it worked.
Be their third turnover in this quarter, 5 for the game. We have number 3 coming in for the Lady Cats, Molly McMullen. And Annie Grimes checks into the game also for the Lady Warriors. We have another one coming in, Emma Litzinger.
Oh, she went
24.
right back out.
Oh, okay.
She just checked in, and Litzinger now in to replace Grimes, or maybe I don't know.
I'm not sure. Is that legal? Do you have to get the ball in play?
Well, no, it might have been that I thought Grimes checked in.
Okay.
When I pointed that out there, it may have been that she started to come out and went back in. So, and then they switched it up. So anyway, either way, it's a turnover for Eastern. Back the other direction. Monteith for a 3, no good. Backside, Parr tries to save it off of an Eastern Brown Lady Warrior. That didn't work. Lady Warriors end up with a basketball. Martin will have it out top. Still man-to-man defense for Whiteoak. Pass goes right side to Mobley. Mobley reverses it to Litzinger. Now to Martin out on the left side wing. Popping out for it, Belmont gets past the defender, goes to Yuppa in the corner for 3. That's no good. On the rebound, it's tipped. It'll end up going out off Eastern.
It's going to be another turnover for Eastern Lady Warriors. That's 4 this quarter.
Now we do have a substitution this time on the side of Whiteoak.
Brianna Hill checks into the game, and did
Parr went out.
Did Molly McMullen come in there also? It's hard to tell where we are. I can't see it.
McMullen did check in. You got her last time.
Okay. Our railings right in our blocking view of where they check in at.
And it's also still, again, early in the season. And there's an early season call, a 3-second call. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. That's going to be another turnover for the Lady Cats.
5:17 to go in the first half. We work our way toward the Berries Chevrolet halftime show.
I think Coach Pickrell had some aid in calling that 3-second call there.
Made sure he was making the count for the officials?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Litzinger with the basketball, dribbles it to the right side, hands it off over there to, was that Mobley? No, that was Martin. And now they throw it away as they try to go inside. Parr ends up coming up with it. Or, I'm sorry, that's Roberts. Ahead it goes right side. 3-point shot off the hands of McMullen is no good. Eastern gets the rebound, another one and done. Neither team rebounding offensively very well.
No.
Defensively, they're rebounding really well. Mobley reverses left side, driving in Litzinger. Couldn't get a shot to go, but Eastern hung on to it. I think it got tipped away, actually. Mobley will have it back out top. Goes to Schumacher, right side, long 2. That's no good. Backside rebound fought for. What do we got? A foul committed, I think, on the rebound. It's going to go against the Whiteoak Lady Cats.
That foul is going to be on Kelsey Monteith. That'll be her second. Team's first here in this quarter. Another substitution for the Lady Cats. Madison Thompson, 5'6" senior, seeing her first action tonight.
Coach Harris not afraid to use the bench at all. Keeping everybody fresh.
Yeah, both of these coaches like to sub.
I think Whiteoak has subbed more, though.
Oh, they have.
They get a steal on the inbound, on the run out, and the shot no good by Hill. The layup, but that's because she was fouled. So Hill's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And that foul is going to be on number 42, Clara Martin. That'll be her first. Now, she's only had 3 points on the night, but she had 17 in that first game. They're doing a good job of keeping her in check tonight. That first free throw is no good by Addie Roberts. She had a little streak there going. Oh, I'm sorry. At this angle, I thought there was a 1 on the other side of her jersey. So Brianna Hill missed that free throw. She missed the other one also.
Those names on the back aren't helping us at all,
no,
are they, Carl?
it is not.
So nobody wants to score really here in the second quarter. As what do we got? Down underneath, the block shot. Schumacher on the shot. It was blocked. Back out the other direction. Hill again on the drive. No good. Put back no good off the hands of Thompson. I think that was partially blocked.
Yes.
And now the Lady Warriors come up with it. Slowing it down out top is going to be Litzinger. Let everybody catch their breath. Schumacher pops out for it. She'll be out top. Now passes it to Belmont. Then to Martin. Martin hasn't tried any threes in this second quarter, has she?
No, not at all.
Mobley back to Litzinger. Litzinger has it out top to reset. Eastern again showing a lot of patience, letting their offense run. And now we've got a reach called against the Whiteoak Lady Cats.
That foul is going to be on number 24. That's Tori Potts picking up her first.
And another substitution for Whiteoak as Lydia Carr checks in. Again, Coach Harris keeping everybody fresh out there.
And it's Addie Roberts checking out of the game. I always think Addie Roberts looks like she could be the daughter of Susie Lucas.
Right, yeah. Schumacher with the basketball. Passes right side to Belmont. Now Litzinger pops out left side, brings it top of the key. Right side to Martin. They're looking for the cutter inside, and nobody able to get open in there. Mobley again with it. Schumacher pops out right side. She's got Martin in the corner. Drives, goes to Martin. Now the three-point shot. It's good. Oh, did I see that coming or what?
Yes, you did. That was Schumacher's first.
No, it was Martin. Yeah, Martin.
So
Schumacher with the pass. Martin had the shot, and that makes it 13-11. Whiteoak leading by 2. Lady Cats have the basketball. With it out top's going to be Hill against the 2-3 zone. Is that the first time we've seen the 2-3? Whiteoak's going to airmail it out of bounds as McMullen tried to pass it back out top. And that's a turnover for the Lady Cats.
That's 7 for the game for the Lady Cats. And that change up the defense worked that trip down the floor.
I'd like to thank another one of our season sponsors, Adams County Medical Foundation. New to our season sponsor list this year on C103. Another three-point shot from the right side wing by Martin. No good. Belmont put back no good. And then the Whiteoak Lady Cats end up with it. Hill will bring it up the floor. Switching back into a man-to-man, I do believe, or a trap zone. Anyway, Hill with the give and go down underneath. Shot no good. Oh, and then we have a foul committed on the rebound. And that was a strong foul committed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be on Tori Potts. That'll be her second coming into the game is Lily Yuppa, 5'6" junior. The way the floor rattled, I thought we were at a WWE match with the microphone underneath the floor or something. That was a pretty good hit she took.
With the basketball, right side, Schumacher now to Martin, out on the wing. And it looks like we're going to see a 2-3 zone now out of the Whiteoak Lady Cats. So they're going to switch it up as well. Schumacher, then right side, Yuppa. And overpasses a little bit, but Belmont able to track it down. Schumacher for 2 from the right side. That's good.
Now I got to say Schumacher got her first field goal tonight. She has 4.
And we're tied at 13-all. Your H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union. Again, we are tied with just under a minute to go in the first half. And now a foul committed by Eastern as Parr was driving from the right-hand side. It'll be on the floor.
Yeah, Emma Litzinger gets a blocking foul. She got the hip out there. You could see it coming. I mean, the referee was waiting for it the way she went around the corner.
They lob it into Roberts. Roberts kicks it out to Parr. Parr at the elbow for two. That was tipped. So partially blocked. Carr able to track it down. They go out to Thompson for a shot. That's no good. And then Eastern ends up with it. They'll slow it down. Smart move there by Yuppa to let everybody go by. Pass will go right side to Grimes. Now to Schumacher out top. Reverses left side Yuppa. Now to Belmont. Then right side it goes Martin for another three. That one no good. And on the rebound it's fought for. Belmont saves it. Back into a dual possession. As we've got, I think that's Roberts and Martin battling for it on the floor.
Yes, it was. And really good job. Martin was already thought she was clearing out and coming back. She saw that loose ball and she dove on the floor to pick that up. Really good hustle.
We're going to have our first half stats coming up for you in the Barry Chevrolet halftime show. Our game stats will follow the game in the Willie and Son Trucking post-game show. Schumacher to Belmont. Right side Grimes in the corner for an open three. That one bounces out. A fight for it. It goes out of bounds off Whiteoak, I think. No. Yeah. All right, so Eastern's going to get another attempt.
Clara Martin was making sure the referees knew that was their ball.
Yeah. They stepped just under 8 seconds, so plenty of time to run a play here and get a shot off. Belmont at the elbow for two. She shot that maybe just a touch fast. She had plenty of time. Couldn't get it to go, and on the rebound, what do we got? Another dual possession. That's going to stay with Eastern. They're going to get one more attempt. Oh, traveling call.
We have wholesale substitution here. Everyone leaves the floor except Molly McMullen. I'm not going to get through all those with the 1 second to go here.
Yeah, 1 second, so Eastern with plenty of time for a tip on this inbound. See if they can get one to go. Martin for a set three. Nope, had to rush it. Couldn't get the shot to go.
She was wanting a foul called on that.
A very low-scoring second quarter. We'll tell you all about it during the Barry Chevrolet halftime show. We're tied at 13 apiece at half. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV network.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit SnappyTomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back to the Barry Chevrolet halftime. Let's look at scoring by the quarters in the first quarter. Whiteoak outscoring Eastern by just 3 points, 11-8. Pretty close, exactly like we expected it to be in this game. But in the second quarter, Whiteoak struggling to put points up on the board. They were 0% from the field. The only 2 points they got were from the free throw line. Carl's going to give you more details about that in just a little bit. But it was Eastern outscoring Whiteoak 5-2 in that second quarter. So a 3-point advantage to Eastern. Brown in the second quarter. That cancels out the 3-point advantage to Whiteoak in the first quarter. So we are tied at 13 apiece at the half. We're going to send it back for our Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update coming up right after this on the Shack Sports Radio.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Do you have a roofing or siding project? At Higgins, they manufacture steel roofing and siding every business day. With 17 colors in stock and 70,000 pieces of trim, they are prepared to ship your project immediately. Remember Higgins for your 40-year warranted, ENERGY STAR compliant, American-made steel roofing and siding. Located 7 miles west of Hillsboro on US Route 50 and on AC Avenue, just off 35 in Jackson. Call 800-782-4239 or visit them on the web at higginsroofing.com.
So I thought you quit. I tried.
You know that thing can blow up in your face, right?
We just watched a video in class about how nicotine can mess up the way your brain develops.
That's the last thing you need.
But for real, you should probably tell your parents.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, can you come with me? Yeah, I got you. Let's go.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
Oh, he drains it.
Right side, he pulls up for the 3, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking out a hit. She goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up. Two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Welcome back courtside to the Barry Chevrolet halftime. Carl, let's talk about what happened out there stat-wise in that first half.
All right, Ken. Well, both teams had problems shooting. That was a given. You said
definitely in the second quarter. They weren't very hot in the first quarter.
No.
And they went ice cold in the second.
0 for 9 for the Lady Cats and just 2 for 11 for the Lady Warriors. Lady Warriors shot 20% from the field, 4 for 20, 2 for 9 from the three-point line, 22%. And for the Lady Cats, they shot 15% from the floor. So, yeah, it's tough there. Free throws, pretty close to even, 3 for 6, 5 for 8. Turnovers, 8 for the Lady Warriors and 7 for the Lady Cats. So it wasn't too bad that way for an early season game here.
And you know, a week ago, you and I saw Georgetown and Claremont Northeastern. Claremont Northeastern shot the lights out.
Yes.
Shot like 60%, but they had a ton of turnovers.
Right, a lot. Yeah, it was double digits going there.
So you never know what you're going to get this time in the season. It's early. A lot of times we see players get tired later in the game, and you just never know exactly what you're going to get.
I think one thing both coaches did well there was that they switched up defenses. So, that maybe helped with that poor shooting. Once you started getting a rhythm, all of a sudden they threw a different look at them and caused maybe a turnover. We saw that a new defense caused a turnover, which is going to be less shooting attempts and things like that. So both coaches doing a good job to keep both teams on their toes defensively. We saw a little bit of pressing and everything else.
What do you think we're going to see here in the second half?
I wanted to say this. Coach Pickerel earlier in the year was talking about how poor his team was going to be. Well, you're sitting 13-13 against one of the better teams in the league.
The team that was picked to finish first in D2.
So, I don't know if we always have to believe what Pick says early in the season, but he's always going to have his girls ready to play. And so I think we're going to see still a nice close game in the second half. I don't think we're going to see any team running away.
Well, I think the Lady Warriors throughout the season are going to struggle to figure out who is the go-to person to score. And on the flip side of that, I think Whiteoak has several players who can score. They're just going to need to settle down a little bit and become comfortable out there on the floor together.
Yeah, they rush shots that first half.
All right, we're going to take one last quick break. We'll be back with second half action as we wrap up the Barry Chevrolet halftime here on the Shack Sports Radio and TV network.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit snappytomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Welcome back to second half action. The Whiteoak Lady Cats had the ball to start the second half, could not score on the possession, and we are back the other direction with the Eastern Lady Warriors. Out on the right side wing with it is going to be Martin against man-to-man defense. Eastern again taking their time, Carl.
Yeah, that's one thing you're talking about, Eastern finding a rhythm with their offense. But the thing is they can play good defense, so they can stay in the game, and that's what Whiteoak is showing right there too. Really good defense coming down through as the shot was missed.
Yeah, shot missed by Schumacher. Back the other direction. Roberts with a miss. Ham got the rebound but could not get a shot off. Tried to save it back to one of her teammates, and it was taken away. Eastern has it. Martin will have it out top. Man-to-man defensive set again. Belmont pops out on the right side wing. Now Schumacher left side. Oh, down underneath Mobley on a turnaround. No good, but she's fouled. Well, she was wide open for just a second, and Parr was able to collapse and stop the open look. Mobley's going to have to earn it the hard way from the free throw line.
And probably not a bad foul, actually.
No. Join Ben Higgins every game day at 4:45 and just before tip-off for the Shack pregame report, brought to you by Ron Lynch, your financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments in Maysville, and also Peebles Save-A-Lot. They came on board with us last year for pregame report. I missed it today.
And the free throw is no good. The first one was good. And hustling for the missed shot, and it does go out of bounds off a Whiteoak player, and Eastern will maintain possession.
Eastern, by the way, now has their first lead of the basketball game, 14-13. 1 point lead. Mobley looking to inbound from the corner, having trouble seeing, and throws it away. Nice steal there. I think that was McMullen that tipped it. Roberts comes up with it. Ahead it goes left side, Parr. Parr on the drive, loses it but tracks it back down. Now Ham will try to drive inside. Ham off the glass, no good. Schumacher pulls down the rebound. Outlet pass will go to Mobley, and Mobley will bring it up the floor slowly. Met by Ham out top.
And she's playing defense all the way out on half court here. Now with a little trap, but they bump into each other and they get a foul.
With the body, somebody called for the foul.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be on Tori Potts, is it? I'm lost on number. Yes, it is. Tori Potts picks up the foul. That'll be her third. So we do see a sub then. Yep. Lydia Carr checks back into the game.
So the Warriors inbounding near the half-court line. They'll pass into the corner to Martin. Out top to Litzinger. Now we're going to see the zone, I think. Mobley drives through the paint, passes back out left side corner to Martin. Now into Belmont. Belmont spin move, shot no good. Rebound controlled by Carr. Mobley takes it away to Belmont for a short two. That's no good. And then we have a foul this time on the rebound, and I think it's going to be called against Eastern.
To me, it looked like Addie Roberts was playing man on Claire Martin, almost like a box and one. They were not letting her get that three shot off there.
That might be what it was. It looked like some sort of zone defense.
Yeah, she was chasing.
Roberts ahead to Ham. Back to Roberts on the left side wing. They go into Carr, but she was not able to put two hands on it, as I think Litzinger or somebody got a hand in there. Schumacher left side for two. It's good.
So Schumacher now with 4 points from the field, 6 total.
And a 3-point lead for Eastern in this very low-scoring ball game. Ham trying to drive in is fouled.
That foul is going to be on Jenna Mobley. She'll be picking up her second. She tried to split the defenders, and Mobley got her hip out, wouldn't let her get through, and picks up the blocking foul.
Join us at the start of each and every game with the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Southern Hills Community Bank, locations all throughout Southern Ohio. Driving in on the left side baseline is Parr. Shot was no good, but she's fouled.
That foul is going to be on Tabby Schumacher. She's going to pick up her first. That's the second of the quarter. And at the free throw line will be Jaylee Parr.
3-point lead for the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors, 16-13. Yes, you're hearing that right. Well, make it 16-14 as Parr makes the first one. Very low scoring game as we are almost halfway through the third quarter.
Jaylee Parr from the free throw line is good, both of them. She has 7 points, leading scorer for the Lady Cats.
Makes it a 1-point ball game with both free throws being good. Martin with it out top. Passes right side, is definitely man-to-man this time, but they're going to throw a trap on. And no problem there for Mobley. Now they kick it out. Litzinger for a three. That one's no good. Backside rebound, a foul called on the rebound. I think they're going to say Eastern pushed off underneath.
That foul is going to be on red 15. Emily Belmont had the wrong color. That'll be her second. That first half, very few fouls are called, just 11 total in that whole first half, and we've already have 5 called here in the second.
6, actually, according to the score clock. By the way, a substitution as Yuppa came in to replace I tried to do it. Belmont. Anyway, Eastern able to get the steal on the inbound. With it is Schumacher. Schumacher falls down with it, but hands it off to Mobley.
That's a good handoff instead of a travel.
A hook pass into Mobley, and then we've got a timeout called to save the possession because that would have been a travel. Yep. So Coach Pickrell saving the possession. It's a 1-point ball game with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. 16-15, Eastern on top. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
I'd like to thank another one of our season sponsors, Southern State Community College. Visit sscc.edu to begin your pathway to completion. Eastern Brown will inbound out of the timeout underneath. They go to Schumacher on an inbound play from the right side low block. Did not connect. Back the other direction. Ooh, Carr. Yeah, they caught it. Dribbled it a little bit too high. Turnover, Whiteoak.
See, that's going to be 5 turnovers for the Lady Cats in this quarter already. They only had 7 in that whole first half.
Mobley ahead right side Litzinger. Litzinger brings it out to the top of the key. Goes to Martin left side wing. Martin shadowed by Roberts. Man-to-man defense. She'll bring it out top. Decides to drive in and an extra step. Yep.
Yeah. Good move to get around her, but it was good because she took the extra step.
Yep.
Just the second turnover for the Lady Warriors.
NBA, she'd have got away with that.
Yeah, she would have. Well, she could have probably taken 2 or 3 more.
Right. Ham to Roberts to Carr, back out to Ham.
Nice spin.
Yeah, Ham. 2-point shot from the free throw line off of a spin move. It's good. And the Lady Cats are back on top by 1.
That's Kylie Ham's first points of the evening.
Mobley with it out top across the timeline. Yuppa pops out left side wing. Now Schumacher. Schumacher got tripped up a little bit along with Mobley. Was able to save it. Now Litzinger will drive in off the glass. No good. Carr with a rebound. She's got Parr ahead, but Litzinger steals it before she can pass it, but is not able to get the layup to drop. Missed opportunity there for the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors. Lady Cats will have it tipped away. Back the other direction we go. Another turnover.
That's 2 trips right down in a row there. That's 7 already.
Coach Harris not happy at all. I think he's going to make a substitution. Yuppa hands it off to Martin. Now to Mobley, top of the key. Right side Litzinger. She was open for the 3, didn't take it. Hands it off to Mobley. Now Yuppa, she'll try the 3 from straight away. That one's no good. Carr on the rebound. Carr over top of the defense to Ham. Now Parr, right side step back 3. That one rims out, no good. And on the rebound, we have a dual possession. Which way is that going to go, Carl?
That is staying down at that end. And then we have substitution. Brianna Hill checks in the game for the Lady Cats. Nope, now they're switching it now. That's going Eastern way.
I thought it was going to be Eastern ball. Let's see. McMullen also came in, I think. McMullen and Hill. Is that right? For Whiteoak?
I was trying to figure out that possession, and I didn't see that.
All right, Litzinger with it to Schumacher. Now Martin, right side wing. I think they're going to go back into a zone defense now for Whiteoak. Yuppa to Belmont. Belmont shot no good from the left side low block. Whiteoak with the basketball. They'll bring it up the floor. Roberts out top for a 3. It's no good. Hill with a rebound. Put back no good, but she's fouled. Brianna Hill will go to the line to shoot 2.
That foul is going to be called on Emily Belmont. That'll be her 3rd.
Let's take a look at the H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union with 1:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 1-point ball game. Whiteoak on top 17-16. Hill misses the first one, but she could still extend that to a 2-point lead with the 2nd free throw.
Madison Gould checks into the game, 5'4" senior for the Lady Warriors. And that next free throw is a miss also.
Yep, off that hard spot back of the rim. But guess what? McMullen able to get the steal. Ham with it, right side, turnaround jump shot, no good. And now we have a double dribble as a turnover forced by Hill. Good defense in the backcourt.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that on possession changes. We've seen some defense, really good defense.
So the
Both teams.
White Oak Lady Cats an opportunity here. Looking to inbound. They go out top to Parr. Long three. Wow, it's good.
Jaylee Parr gets another field goal. She has 10 points on the night, double figures. Leading scorer of the game.
4-point lead for the Lady Cats. That's as good as a 10-point lead in this low-scoring game. Yuppa, right side Martin. Martin has been cold behind the three-point arc in this second half. Left side with it is going to be Gould, and it's taken away. Oh, we got a foul. A little bit of a push and shove there.
Yeah. See, they're gonna.
And let's see, White Oak is not, they're not to the point where they're shooting 2 free throws yet, are they?
I think they're discussing the extracurricular push, if it should be a push, another foul, but it looks like they're going to let it go.
Yeah, early in the season. All right, we are shooting free throws now.
So that foul was called on Madison Gould. That'll be her first.
Molly McMullen will go to the free throw line shooting 2. Again, that's the new rule change. No more 1-and-1.
We have a substitution coming into the game, Jenna Mobley. And taking that seat is Gould to kind of cool off a little bit, I think.
Second free throw by McMullen. Got a bounce, but still did not drop. Eastern gets the rebound. And on the run out to Yuppa, they overthrow it. Ends up out of bounds, and they're going to say White Oak touched it last. Lucky break there for Eastern.
Was that first free throw good?
No.
Okay.
Missed them both. Yuppa looking to inbound underneath for the Eastern Lady Warriors. Goes to Martin on the wing. Now Mobley out top. Passed up a possible 3 there. Now Schumacher pops out. And then Yuppa.
That's another pass up 3.
Yeah, back to Martin. She will not pass it up. And that one rims out. Mobley backside rebound. Dribbles it out to the corner. Hands it off to Martin out on the right side wing. Martin will bring it back out top for the reset. Down to 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Almost a steal there as it's tipped out of bounds. That was off the hands of Hill, I think.
That's a tough pass to make from out there at the top of the free throw or the three-point line, deep into that corner. You're setting up yourself up for that steal.
Yuppa looking to inbound. Tries to go underneath the Schumacher, and Roberts steals it away from Schumacher against the size advantage for Eastern. Parr for 3 from the left side corner, no good. Ham on the rebound, put back up, no good. It's fought for. Roberts briefly had it. Now it's loose on the floor, and what do we got? A foul committed by White Oak, as I think they're going to say that Hill, or McMullen, that was McMullen, put a hand on. She went for the ball, but she also put a hand on the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors, so that ends up as a foul.
That's only the third team foul here, so they will not be shooting.
And of course, again, that's going to reset in 12 seconds as Martin passes right side to Yuppa. Off the screen. Litzinger, Martin for a last second 3. It's good! That's a way to end the third quarter, as that will make it a 1-point ball game, 20-19, White Oak leading Eastern. We're back with the fourth and final quarter right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Do you have a roofing or siding project? At Higgins, they manufacture steel roofing and siding every business day. With 17 colors in stock and 70,000 pieces of trim, they are prepared to ship your project immediately. Remember Higgins for your 40-year warranted, Energy Star compliant, American-made steel roofing and siding. Located 7 miles west of Hillsboro on US Route 50 and on AC Avenue, just off 35 in Jackson. Call 800-782-4239 or visit them on the web at higginsroofing.com.
Welcome back courtside. Again, I'm Ken Smith along with Carl Schneider. Sarah Rigdon, our engineer, back in the studio. Maggie Dean, our engineer with Goodguysradiotv.com. If you are listening to this as our second game of the night, you can go back and watch it in the archives as this game is being broadcast live on Good Guys Radio TV. So again, it'll be available in the archives for those who are just now listening to it.
In that quarter, 2 for 10 for the Lady Cats, 20%, 2 for 13 for the Lady Warriors, 15. So for the game, 16% for the Lady Cats and just 18% for the Lady Warriors. So still some tough shooting, and a 3 attempt missed and a 2 attempt missed.
Yep, that's
so
2 more
0 for
misses.
2 there.
Whiteoak still has the basketball, though. Roberts will have it out top. Goes left side to Parr. Parr off the screen. 2 shot from the left side low block is no good. But then I believe we have a foul committed. Oh, they're going to say the foul was committed by Whiteoak. Good box out there by Yuppa. I thought they were going to say that maybe Yuppa committed the foul.
So it's Jaylee Parr.
Yeah, they gave it to Parr, so good box out. Mobley with the basketball out top. Right side, Litzinger. Litzinger dribbles it to the corner and gets caught in a trap. Coach Pickrell calls the timeout to save the possession. We're going to take a break as well, but first I want to remind you that we will have all the stats, our coaches' comments, and our player of the game with our Willie & Son Trucking post game. That'll be after the final buzzer. We're back after this timeout on the Shack Sports Radio and TV network.
So I thought you quit. I tried.
You know that thing can blow up in your face, right?
We just watched a video in class about how nicotine can mess up the way your brain develops.
That's the last thing you need.
But for real, you should probably tell your parents.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, can you come with me? Yeah, I got you. Let's go.
Out of the timeout, the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors will have the basketball. 7:18 to go in the ball game. And what do we got? A 5-second call on the inbound. Nice job there by the officials.
It's the second time we've seen that tonight. Once in the JV game and once here.
And we saw a 3-second call tonight, too, in the lane. So Whiteoak with the basketball off of the turnover. They're going to work it up the floor against some three-quarter court pressure. Ham. Ahead it goes to McMullen. Back to Ham. Kicks it out to Parr, left side. Parr to the left side low block. Stops and pops. Shot no good. And a fight for the rebound. And we've got players on the floor. What do we got? Dual possession, I think. No. Timeout called by Whiteoak to save the possession. Coach Ron Harris doing a good job saving the possession there. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back with more after this.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
oh, he drains it.
Right side, he pulls up for the 3, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking out a hit, she goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up, 2-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Southern Ohio. Well, Carl, we've had 2 timeouts in the first minute of the fourth quarter.
That's right. Both of them are to save possessions in one way or another.
Usually you see that in the last minute of the fourth quarter. More timeouts than that, actually.
Well, can't take them home.
Right. Whiteoak inbound to Parr for a 3 in the corner. No good. On the rebound backside, Eastern has it. Litzinger brings it up the floor. And it's tipped away. Ham ends up with a steal off of a tip by Hill. Layup's no good. Hill trying to fight for the rebound. That's going to end up out of bounds. Last touch by Hill.
So we're just a little over a minute here in this quarter, and Lady Cats have taken 6 shots already, and Eastern hasn't got a shot up yet.
Well,
and
for the Eastern fans, they can be happy because Whiteoak hadn't made any of those shots.
That's right. That's not hitting anything.
Low-scoring basketball game. Left side with it is going to be Martin. Martin trying to get loose off of a screen. They're going to double team her instead. And she almost throws it away, tracks it back down, and now it's tipped away. Hill ends up with a steal off the tip by Parr. Lady Cats playing some good defense. Parr with the basketball out to Hill, left side Ham. She'll try the three. That one's no good. Backside rebound foul committed. I think they're going to call that against Roberts.
Yeah, they did. R15, that's going to be, yes, Roberts.
You can
listen
listen
on the box out.
Yeah. You can listen to C103 anywhere. You can download our free app, or you can listen online at c103.fm. You can even ask your Alexa device to play C103 Country. Eastern with a basketball. It'll be tipped away. Another. Oh, that ends up as a turnover, as they're going to say Litzinger touched it last as it went out of bounds.
The last couple trips down the floor, Lady Cats have really picked up the defense, putting pressure on it. They're trying to get a couple traps out on the wings.
Carl, you and I are going to have a tough decision after this game. We're going to have to choose a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. It's not going to be based on outstanding shooting, at least not at this point. Roberts for three from the right side. That one's no good. And on the rebound, Ham with it. Put back, no good, but she's fouled. I think that was Mobley trying to do a real good job of boxing Ham out. She still got the rebound.
Kylie Ham has done a really nice job coming in off the bench. She's been in a lot of the action. Picking up that foul is Lily Yuppa. That'll be just her first. And that first free throw bounces off to the left side. Kylie does have 2 points already on the night, but she's looking for her first points from the line.
Second free throw is also going to rim out. And on the rebound, that was Monteith. Handed it to Hill. Couldn't get a shot off. They'll bring it back out and reset. Parr goes left side Roberts. Roberts will bring it back out top. Goes left side to Parr.
Like to see that they totally reset instead of playing out of control like they had been for a while.
Parr had an open three look, couldn't get it to drop, and it's going to end up out of bounds off Whiteoak. 5:07 to go in the ball game. Still a 1-point game. Nobody has scored yet in the fourth quarter. This is starting to look a lot like the second quarter was.
That's 8 shots for the Lady Cats versus 0, though, for the Lady Warriors.
Yeah, they haven't taken a shot yet, have they? And now
they're going
to throw it away. Yeah, throw it away again. Roberts with the basketball, and then she'll get tied up in a dual possession.
And it's just the kind of show on shots. That's 5. That would be the first turnover for the Lady Cats versus 5 for the Lady Warriors. So you get a lot of shots, but if you're having turnovers, you're not getting the shots.
Yeah. Mobley has the basketball, brings it across the timeline, passes right side Litzinger. Litzinger to Schumacher, who popped out on the left side wing. They'll double team her. She finds Mobley. Mobley drives in, hands off to Yuppa, out to Martin for a three. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound backside controlled by Hill. She'll get it out to Parr, and what do we got? Timeout? Yeah. Timeout called with 4:21 to go in the ball game. Still a 1-point game, 20-19. We're back after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV network.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
oh, he drains it!
Right side, he pulls up for the three, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking out a hit, she goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up, two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank another one of our season sponsors, Health Source of Ohio, providing a unique and comprehensive approach to health right in your community. one of our broadcasters, Mr. Craig Campbell, a pharmacist, an employee of Health Source of Ohio at the Seaman location. Whiteoak with a basketball out of the timeout. Parr has it out top against what looks like a 1-2-2 zone.
And they're doing a good job running the 2-guard out front against this.
They got the long arms of Schumacher out there to make it tough to see a good pass. Roberts with it out on the right side wing. Goes back to Parr. Reverses left side Ham. Got to get somebody down in the corner and see if they can get an open look inside. Got to get over top of this zone defense. Roberts, right side wing. Now Parr shifts to the corner, but they didn't pass it to her. Instead, they go into Hill. Hill, turn around from the right side, low block, no good. Fight for the rebound. Eastern comes up with it. Mobley will have it on the outlet pass. Mobley, coast to coast, kicks it out. Martin for three. That one no good. Mobley pulls down the rebound. Passes back out, but it's tipped loose. Good steal there by Hill to McMullen. McMullen on the drive. She's fouled, and the basket's good.
Good decision by Molly McMullen to finish that and go all the way to the hole. She gets the easy layup. I don't know if it was easy, but she gets the layup, and she gets fouled on it, and had a chance for three-point play.
Here's the big story. That's the first point scored in the fourth quarter. We only have 3 minutes and 16 seconds left.
Wow. Clara Martin picks up the foul, and everyone comes back. They're not even trying for that rebound.
McMullen could not get the shot to go. That was an errant buzzer. The play will continue, and with it out top is going to be Yuppa. Goes left side to Martin. By the way, did you check to make sure that it wasn't Yuppa? Yuppa. I don't know which way it is. We're going with Yuppa for now. Belmont goes left side to Mobley. Passing out, or popping out with it. Martin on the right side wing. Now left side it goes to Yuppa. Back to Martin, back to Yuppa again. Oh, they throw it away as they try to go inside to Belmont. And another turnover for the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors. Lady Cats have it.
6 this quarter.
With the basketball out near the half-court line is Hill for Whiteoak.
Try to get the trap and switch on the turn. Foul on the floor.
Ham had the basketball and was fouled. It'll be on the floor, and nobody is in the shooting situation. I guess you do still call that the bonus, right?
Yeah. Litzinger picks up the foul. That's 3. 3-team.
H&R Block, they sponsor our scoreboard update here on C103. 2:18 to go in the ball game. The score 22-19. It's a 3-point lead for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. Roberts from the baseline for 2. It's no good. Backside rebound collected by Martin.
Roberts did a good job of stepping to the open spot on the floor. Just can't get anything to fall.
Popping out Belmont out on the left side wing. Now they'll go in the corner to Litzinger. Litzinger drives in, shot up, little runner. It's no good. Belmont with a rebound. Put back is good. It's a 1-point ball game. 22-21 with 1:50 to go. Another timeout called. This time, head coach Kevin Pickrell calls the timeout for the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors. We'll take one as well. It's a 1-point game. Don't go away. We're back right after this.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Welcome back courtside with 1:50 to go in the basketball game. I want to remind you this broadcast is for the private use of the C103 and Goodguysradiotv.com audience. Any other use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the consent of Dreamcatcher Communications is prohibited.
Another diamond press being played by Eastern at 3/4 length, and
Whiteoak had no trouble handling it, but they're going to throw it away as Ham tries to pass it across the lane to Hill, and it ended up out of bounds. Last touch by Whiteoak.
Just their second turnover here of this quarter. Now we're waiting on something, a substitution. That's what we're waiting on. Lydia Carr checks back into the game. We were talking earlier. We hadn't seen her out there on the floor as much tonight, but she is back out on the floor now. Hopefully she isn't under the weather or something.
Mobley will have it. They're going to let her bring it up the floor. No problem. Martin back to Mobley. As Eastern may try and run some clock here in this low-scoring game. That final shot could mean everything. You think they'll try and hold it for one shot, Carl?
No, I don't think so. I think Whiteoak needs to come out on it.
Litzinger back to Mobley.
A little bit.
I think if they're going to let them, they're going to.
Yeah, but they might. But
2-3 zone.
I wouldn't let them shoot a three though. You have to be aware who's out there. As the ball reverses the other side, you've got to be out on her.
Mobley's going to drive in, kicks it out to Litzinger. She'll drive in across the lane. Schumacher for two from the left side baseline. It's good, and Eastern takes a 1-point lead.
That's 8 points now for Schumacher.
Carr with the basketball, still plenty of time. Ham, right side low block, shot no good. Roberts with a rebound, put back no good. On the rebound, we got a foul committed by Whiteoak. And still not in the bonus, so Eastern will not be shooting. They will bring it up the floor.
Kylie Ham picks up that foul.
32.7 seconds to go in the ball game. 1-point game, 23-22. Eastern leading Whiteoak. Again, we'd like to thank H&R Block for sponsoring our scoreboard updates all season long. Martin has it to Schumacher, back to Martin. All Eastern needs to do is play keep away, but they throw it away as Martin overthrows it to Litzinger. And now with 19.7 seconds, the timeout's going to be called. We're going to take one as well. How many timeouts have we seen in this quarter? I think that's the fourth or fifth. We're going to take a break. We're back right after this.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu, fresh every day. Pizza, pasta.
State, what if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
.7 seconds to go in the ball game. Eastern Brown with a 1-point lead, 23-22, and Whiteoak has the basketball. Looking to inbound, they're going to come to Roberts. Still 17 seconds. Roberts dribbles all the way down to the left side baseline. Passes back out top to Ham. Ham, spin move, drives inside the paint. Runner up and good! 1-point lead now for the Whiteoak Lady Cats. And Eastern will call the timeout. They still have plenty of time. We're going to keep it right here. Eastern still has plenty of time to be able. What do we got going on here?
I think you need to know what.
It's a full timeout. All right, we're going to keep it right here. Eastern still has plenty of time to set up a final play here. Almost 7 seconds on the clock, Carl.
Right, and I just want to mention this one more time. Kylie Ham is coming off the bench for Whiteoak. She just scored the go-ahead basket here with 6 seconds to go. She has 4 points on the night and has played some really good defense. I've been impressed with the game that she has played coming off of the bench. And, yeah, now they need to go and make crisp passes down the floor because you're going to see some pressure.
Yeah.
And
they actually put some time back on the clock, too, by the way.
Yeah.
They have now the clock says 8.3 seconds. So they put, just a little over a second back up on the clock.
Clara Martin has 9 points on the night. Schumacher has 8 points on the night. Schumacher just hit that little basket and put him ahead. I would look for Martin, but then you've got to be looking right back to Schumacher again.
I think it depends on whether you shoot a 2 or a 3. If it's a 3, it's not going to be because you want to. They want to shoot a 2.
Unless Martin is wide open, that's about as good as his 2.
Whiteoak's only going to put one player in the backcourt. Martin has it on the inbound. Back to Litzinger. Litzinger in the front court, down to 3 seconds. They go into Belmont. Turnaround, no good. Carr on the rebound, and that'll do it. The Whiteoak Lady Cats hang on as Carr able to get the final rebound to get the victory and hang on by 1 point. 24-23. Whiteoak defeats Eastern in a very low-scoring ball game.
Right, and for Eastern, you can't fault that shot at the end of the game. It was from about 4 feet.
Yeah.
And a nice little turnaround. It hung there on the rim. It just fell the wrong way.
The only thing, and again, this is a coaching thing. It's tough to make that decision. They could have shot it maybe a little quicker and give you some time for a putback. But that was a pretty high percentage shot. Of course, a lot of pressure there for Belmont down on that right side low block. I think she was double teamed. Was lucky to even get the pass to her.
That's what I was going to say. Was the defense that White Oak was playing. They weren't going to get a good look to get an extra shot on the rebound.
All right, we're going to talk about this more with the Willie and Son Trucking post-game show. Stick with us. We're coming back with the Willie and Son Trucking post-game right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie and Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie and Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie and Son Trucking.
Do you have a roofing or siding project? At Higgins, they manufacture steel roofing and siding every business day. With 17 colors in stock and 70,000 pieces of trim, they are prepared to ship your project immediately. Remember Higgins for your 40-year warranted, Energy Star compliant, American-made steel roofing and siding. Located 7 miles west of Hillsboro on US Route 50 and on AC Avenue, just off 35 in Jackson. Call 800-782-4239 or visit them on the web at higginsroofing.com.
So I thought you quit. I tried.
You know that thing can blow up in your face, right?
We just watched a video in class about how nicotine can mess up the way your brain develops.
That's the last thing you need.
But for real, you should probably tell your parents.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, can you come with me? Yeah, I got you. Let's go.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
oh, he drains it!
Right side, he pulls up for the 3, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking on a hit, she goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up, two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shaq Sports, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Welcome back to the Willie and Son Trucking post-game show. Let's look at the scoring by the quarters. What little scoring there was. This was an extremely low-scoring ball game. First quarter, that was actually the best scoring quarter of them all. It was Whiteoak outscoring Eastern by 3 points, 11-8. In the second quarter, Eastern outscored Whiteoak by 3 points. That tied us up at halftime at 13-all. That was a low-scoring quarter. Eastern 5, Whiteoak 2. Now the third quarter. Well, that one was slightly better, but not much. Whiteoak had 7, Eastern had 6. That gave a 1-point lead to Whiteoak heading into the fourth and final with the score 20-19. In that fourth and final quarter, there were more timeouts than points, almost more timeouts total than the total points scored. Only 8 points were scored, 4 by each team. That leaves Whiteoak with that 1-point lead at the buzzer, 24-23. So 8 points were scored. I think we saw 6 timeouts. So almost as many timeouts as points. Anyway, Whiteoak, the Lady Cats. Congratulations for the victory by 1 over top of the Eastern Brown Lady Warriors. Again, we're going to talk to head coach Ron Harris with the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. Carl and I will also make a decision about who will be the Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Carl also has stats for you as well. We'll take another quick break and be back right after this on the Shack Sports Radio and TV Network.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
Oh, he drains it.
Right side, he pulls up for the 3. He hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
Cherry picking on a hit. She goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up. Two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Southern Ohio is nationally known as the hot spot for trophy whitetail deer hunting. That's why the Dickey Group Realtors receive multiple calls every day from whitetail deer hunters who are looking to purchase land in Southern Ohio. So if you have property, no matter how large or small, the Dickey Group Realtors want to talk to you. It's deer season right now, so strike while the iron is hot. Call Jeff Dickey today at 937-393-7222 or visit thedickeygroup.com.
Welcome back to the Willie and Son Trucking post-game show. Carl, let's talk about the stats in this one. I know the shooting percentages are going to be pretty low.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Lady Warriors. They came out on the low end on the scoreboard. Just shot 21% from the floor, 8 for 39, 50% from the free throw line. Didn't really get many shots up in that fourth quarter, just 2 for 6. And they were led in scoring by Claire Martin with 9 points as she had hit 3 threes on the night. Tabby Schumacher had 8. Emily Belmont with 5, and Jenna Mobley with 1. So they only had 4 people get into the scoring column on the night. Turnovers both ways were pretty even, 18 for the Lady Warriors and 17 for the Lady Cats. But 6 of those turnovers coming for the Lady Warriors down the stretch. And that was key, I think, to the game because they had that turnover with 19 seconds to go.
Yep. All right, looks like Coach Harris is ready to talk to us in the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll be back with that right after this.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Welcome back courtside, the Willie and Son Trucking post game. Head Coach Ron Harris joining us with the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. Coach Harris, this was not a well-shot game, was it?
No, not at all. We need to realize when we're not supposed to shoot the ball. Man, 16%. That's the worst since I've been here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
well, lucky for you, Eastern was right on the same page. It was just one of those nights.
I mean, no offense to their ball club, but I think if you look at their stats, that's around what they shoot. That's not what we shoot. So, and it was dumb shots. It was. I mean, our players have to learn, and it was my seniors. It was my older group. I mean, just rush shots, getting in, throwing it up, and trying to shoot against 3 or 4 people. Yeah, you're going to shoot 16%. You probably should have shot 6%.
How much of that do you think, though, is just the early season jitters?
Well, I told Don last game I'm not going to buy that because we've played such a hard preseason, but it might be. I don't know. I joke with people all the time. When you talk about boys basketball, when I coached boys for 10 years, I'd give you an answer and I was confident about what was going to happen. With girls, I always say, on paper. On paper, it sounds like we should win this game. On paper, we should take good shots. because it never goes the way that you think it's going to go.
Right.
And I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Well, night after night, everything changes. You never know exactly what you're going to get. There's no doubt about that. Let's talk about your players. You've got a pretty nice veteran ball club. Several of these girls, pretty much I think all but just a couple have been with you for all 3 years that you've been at Whiteoak.
Yeah, I mean, I've only graduated one senior since I've been here, but Brooke didn't play a whole lot of minutes for us. So, I mean, the group that I've been playing has been here, and some of the girls who have been with me this whole time didn't play up to par today, but you need some of those games so you can reflect and see what you. I mean, you're never going to be perfect. I mean, we're high school basketball players.
Right. And a win's a win.
It is. But to come down to a 50-50 shot, like to win or lose, I mean, in the record book it's a win, but for me, I have a hard time accepting that as a win. That's bad basketball for us.
Defensively, I thought your players played fairly well. I think they got a little bit maybe too many fouls in the third quarter, but other than that, they weren't putting Eastern on the free throw line a tremendous amount, and you were changing up the defense.
Yeah, I mean, other than Claire, who we always let this one shooter on their team that is their only shooter. Like when we went last year or something, Macy Lynchburg made 8 threes on us, and we just don't ever guard their one shooter and make it difficult. Would she have 3 threes? Yeah, I mean, that's the only one that you have to watch. And they just blank and let them shoot. And how much easier would 9 points off of this game be? I mean,
right.
I don't remember what the final was. We're still in the 20s, weren't we?
23-22.
Yeah, take off 9.
Or 24-23, sorry.
That's half their points.
24-23. Yep.
It's the defense, the effort was there. My main group towards the end of the first half, I was extremely upset what took them all out. My main players, I praise Addie Roberts every game we play, but she stood there and watched the ball on the floor, and that's not like her. And they picked up the intensity after they got a little yelling in the locker room, but I don't know. We can't let every game's a game because we let it be a game. Like we should be able to pull these out quicker.
Yeah. Well, I would agree your team, again, has the veteran experience, and I would have thought that this game would have been more in your favor, that there would have been a higher score. But, again, it's just one of those nights. We see all kinds of strange stuff. Carl and I saw C&E shoot almost 60% from the field last Wednesday, and that's unheard of.
Yeah,
especially this time of year. It's just
hopefully you just shooting that well when we play them later this week, I think.
Yeah.
We have to play them, so hopefully they get our 16%, and we'll take their 60.
Yeah. Well, Coach, what are we left out in this game here tonight? Eastern Brown Lady Warriors, always well coached, always a hard fighting ball club. I thought they played pretty good defense on you as well, just to take a quick look at Eastern.
Yeah, we took bad shots when we could have moved the ball a little bit more and got better ones. And we'll watch film, and somebody's gonna come out and try that same philosophy on us.
Yeah,
I told them you got the spotlight and the bullseye on you now. We're not the team that they're just coming in knowing they're going to beat. We're the team that they want to beat. And a lot of teams, most of these coaches in this league probably haven't lost to Whiteoak very much.
Yeah.
Some of them maybe not. I don't know. It might be Pick's first loss. I don't know how long he's been.
Whiteoak beating Eastern, that's probably been a little while.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I told them at halftime, I want to beat him more than they want to. I think I want to knock. I don't want any coach to be undefeated against me.
Yeah, well, Coach, your team likes to run and gun, don't they?
Yeah, I explained that to a lot of people. They question why we shoot so much. I don't think I can get my girls to shoot better. They all play volleyball. They all play softball.
Right.
I can't get them in the gym as much as I'm used to training players.
Right.
So if I can't get them to shoot better, let's get them to shoot more, and a couple more shots should fall a game.
Well, and the reason I mentioned that is because your best quarter was the first quarter when Eastern was letting you run. Your gals were getting up and down the floor. They were able to run. Eastern kind of stopped you from doing that as the game progressed, and I think that hurt you as well.
They did. And and several times we stopped ourselves, just not being as aggressive as we needed to be, making slow passes, wrong passes. I would like to shoot within 10 seconds of crossing half court every time, and I want to get 60 shots up a game if possible. Which I know I don't. We got 40.
Yeah, there's a whole philosophy with that.
44, yeah.
I've talked to coaches over the years who firmly believe he who shoots the most wins the most.
If you shoot more and you rebound better, you should win the game.
Yeah.
And well, maybe not if you shoot 16%. Luckily they shot, just as bad. So that's a luck game. I think for the majority of the game they out-hustled us. For player for who we have, especially when you talk about experience. Hats off to them. They really made it a game where, like I said, on paper, it shouldn't have been a game.
Well, Coach, I wish I'd looked that stat up when the last time Whiteoak beat Eastern, because it has been several years, and I should have paid attention to that. Didn't think about it. Who you got coming up next?
I believe we go to Zane Trace, and then we'll get C&E. I don't look too far ahead unless we're talking about a league game.
Right. Yeah. I know you've said that quite often, that it's one game at a time.
Sometimes I often feel if we over prepare our girls, they get a little nervous and overthink things. So I'm the mentality to just go out there and play.
Yeah. Actually, you got Clinton Massey instead of Claremont Northeastern.
Yeah, I know it was one of the SPSC teams.
They're on Saturday. So, yeah, tomorrow night. Or Wednesday night. I'm sorry, Wednesday night, Zane Trace, and then Clinton Massey.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about them, but I know both programs are usually pretty tight.
Yeah, I feel that the Southern Buckeyes definitely down this year, especially on their side of the league. But going to see girls that you don't know who they are, that's always been an obstacle for us. That's why we did such a crazy off season where we played nobody they've ever seen. It was all Division I teams, all big schools.
Yeah.
And they didn't know a single girl in the entire – we went to Princeton, there was 10 teams there, and they didn't know one girl in that gym. So
that's a great thing to do in the off season, because when you get to tournament, you never know anybody.
Yeah, I think that's why we were so shaky in this tournament against Waterford this past season. Obviously, they're defending champs that year, but they just got shook, and they didn't know these girls, and they were a good team. And so –
Yeah.
Get the jitters out. Hopefully this little preseason, us playing bad because it's early on in the season, comments can stop soon, because we're getting closer to the middle than the beginning right now.
I made that comment to Don Bowles today. I said, right now we can blame everything on early season, but what are we going to do in 2 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah, the way we're playing right now, but we need to shake it off quick, or else we're still going to be in early season mode at the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, Coach Harris, congratulations on the victory. Congratulations beating head coach Kevin Pickrell. I know that's the first time you've done that,
I need
right?
Rob and I need Whitney. That's
Rob Davis and Whitney Lewis. Huh?
I could maybe retire after that, but I'm too competitive. I might have to stay here until I get
Yeah.
Peebles did?
Yes, Peebles did beat North Adams tonight, 38-35. Another low-scoring game.
That's how crazy this league is. We beat Peebles both times last year. They beat Fayetteville both times. Fayetteville beats us both times. Nothing makes sense. Anybody can come and play on any given night. But yeah, that's for. I'd like to see Peyton's stat line on that game.
Yeah, it will be interesting to take a look at those stats. We'll be doing that tomorrow. Well, Coach Harris, again, congratulations on the win. Thanks for joining us with the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll be back to look at Whiteoak stats and name our player, Snappy Tomato Pizza, player of the game right after this as we continue the Willie and Son Trucking postgame.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. What makes the food from Snappy Tomato so good? 2 words, fresh ingredients. Fresh dough, cheese, tomato sauce, plus high-grade meats, produce, and seasonings come together to prepare Snappy's full menu fresh every day. Pizza, pasta, salad, hoagies, each handcrafted by dedicated cooks who understand quality ingredients are the star. Visit snappytomato.com for the location near you. Lunch, dinner, or late night, Snappy has the ingredients to remind you fresh tastes best. Snappy Tomato Pizza.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back to the Willie & Son Trucking post-game show. Mr. Carl Schneider is going to give us those stats from the winning Whiteoak Lady Cats, and then we will name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Carl, what do you got?
All right, for the Lady Cats, as we talked about, some little weak shooting, 16% from the floor, just 7 for 44, 63% from the free throw line. But individual-wise, Jaylee Parr led the field there with 10 points. She had 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Then after that, it was all pretty much even. Addie Roberts with 3, Lydia Carr with 2, Kylie Ham with 4, but 2 of those were crucial. They were the winning points of the game with just seconds, what was it, 8 seconds to go in the game. And Kelsey Monteith with 3, and Molly McMullen with 2. And talking with Coach here after the coach's show, he said that play was drawn up for Kylie Ham to take that shot. And so it worked out exactly the way they had planned for it to happen. They had a couple options, and the option was there for Ham to take the shot. And because I told him, we were thinking about, whoa, no one's been hitting the shots. Who's going to have the guts to take the shot down at the end? And it worked out the way they had drawn it up. And
that's always nice when a plan comes together, right?
Right. Especially when things weren't going well for you throughout the whole game. And turnovers about the same, 18-17. So it really just came down to that shooting and who made the shot at the end of the game.
Right, yeah. Or didn't in this particular case, because Eastern did get one final shot off, but just could not get it to drop.
And I think a real turning point to the game was you were talking about how Eastern was running time off the clock, and they had the chance, and then with 19 seconds to go in the game, they had that turnover, which it could have turned into the other way. Let's see here. The foul situation, Lady Cats were in that fourth quarter, 1, 2, 3. Only 3 fouls, so the way that new fouling would have taken place, they would have had to foul twice. So now you're looking at 19 seconds. You're easily running that down to 15. Before you would have a chance to get it back, plus free throws.
Right.
So I mean that was crucial.
Yeah. Well, Carl, that leaves us with just one final thing to do, and that's to figure out who is going to get a delicious Snappy Tomato Pizza.
That's a tough one, but a lot of times we look at who the leading scorer is with Jaylee Parr.
Right.
And she did have a good game. She was in spurts there. Everything, her scoring came in that first or the third quarter. But someone who played a consistent game across the board was Molly McMullen. Played a nice floor game also, and she a lot of hustle. And I think Coach was pleased with her play also.
Well, there were some key defensive moves, I think, is the big thing for Molly McMullen. There were a couple times where she tipped the ball to a fellow teammate to get a rebound, or the ball got tipped to her and she got the rebound. Stolen passes the same way. Those last few minutes were pretty helter-skelter, and it seemed like McMullen was in the mix every time.
And being a senior, she had some experience to not be nervous down the end.
Right. Yep. So not a huge scoring night tonight for anybody, including our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game, Molly McMullen. What do you got her for? A total of how many points?
She just had 2.
Just a total of 2?
Yeah, 0 for 3 from the free throw line. But it isn't about the scoring always.
Right, and especially not in this game.
Yes.
Not in this game at all. Such a low-scoring game. Again, congratulations to Whiteoak Lady Cats as they defeat Eastern 24-23. We will have our final Higgins Steel Roofing studio update coming up. We have got, I do believe, 5 scores, which should be everybody from the night or pretty close to it. So we're going to have those scores for you coming up right after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network. And I want to say thank you to Sarah Rigdon for engineering everything back in the studio for us. I want to thank Maggie Dean for engineering everything on Goodguysradiotv.com. I want to thank Carl Schneider, my partner in crime this evening. I'm Ken Smith. Thanks for listening to high school basketball on C103 and Goodguysradiotv.com.